From the time I was 13 years old, I wanted to become an opera singer. I had listened to my mother play her records on the stereo and knew that that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. In my adult years, I had many wonderful performing opportunities, but had not realized my ultimate goals. Then in my late 30s, I had an experience that changed everything. As I sat at the piano that bright spring morning to begin another day of intense vocalization, I had no idea what was about to happen. I began my vocal work for the day, which was usually an investment of at least 4 hours. I felt an impact of energy that passed through my body. The message I received was that I was never going to accomplish my vocal goals. I was devastated. I shut the lid to my piano, got my keys, drove to the art supply store, bought 1 block of water-based clay and 1 sculpting tool. When I got home, I immediately started sculpting. And I was sculpting a little girl, the portrait bust of a little girl in pain. And it was me. From the moment my hands went into the clay, all the pain in my heart vanished. It was as though there was an intelligence in my hands that I had never known or felt before. It was as though the finger of God had touched my heart and told me that it was now time for me to develop a talent I didn't know I had. In 2007, my dear friend Marilyn Victor arranged it so that I was invited to be the guest artist at a women's retreat at Karen Ashton's cabin. After the presentation, Karen, who was sitting about 3 feet away from me, said, "We need to talk." From that point in time, we began a dialogue concerning the placement of the Light of the World sculptures in the Thanksgiving Point Gardens. Alan and Karen Ashton are the founders of Thanksgiving Point in Lehi, Utah, which includes the magnificent Ashton Gardens, 52 acres of beautifully landscaped gardens. When I first met Karen, and she heard about my statues of Jesus, she said, in her quiet, soft way, "Now, I've finally met a woman who's as crazy as I am." As we were out in a golf cart looking at different sites in the garden for where the statues would go, she said something that will forever be in my heart. In response to my profound gratitude for her inviting these statues of Jesus to be part of her magnificent garden, she said, "Angela, my dream was allowed to be fulfilled to prepare the way for your dream." This exactly describes the gracious heart of Karen Ashton.